Hey everybody. So yesterday I did a video on the Akashic record, which I'm masterful at clearing. And today I want to tell you about astrological chart signatures. I am not an astrologer. I dabble in astrology, but I took a class on doing a chart signature, and I love this kind of work. I really enjoy doing people's chart signatures. So I've developed it into something to display for them. So what is an astrological chart signature? Well, it's basically a composite of a person's chart where the modalities and the elements of the planets are all added up from their birth chart. And what elements are your fire, air, earth, water. Modalities are whether you're cardinal, fixed, or mutable signs. And then there's another step that goes after that where you look at the houses where everything falls in and some other things. And you get this composite based on how all of these fall in your birth chart that tells you what your overall signature is, astrological sign signature. And I charge $39.95 for these, excluding sales tax and shipping. And let me show you I'll give you some examples here of what I'm talking about. So first, I have to have a birth chart. I need your definitely all I would need is your first name or for whoever you're doing it for, and I would need the time of birth and the place of birth so that I can get a birth chart unless you have your birth chart. And what I need is all the information about where all the planets fall and that includes your rising sign, your MC, and everything. Okay. After I do a composite, or I get your birth chart, then I start doing up the composite numbers and figuring them out. And let me show you, I'll show you an example of mine. I am very Virgo. So then what I do is I put together these statements that describe that chart signature. So I put the name up here, then I put the date of birth, then I put the sun sign symbol, astrological symbol. I put the sun sign, the rising, and the moon. And then I put your chart signature, which my chart signature just happens to be mutable earth. I have so much earth in my chart and so much Virgo that my signature is a Virgo. And then the statement that would go along with me is, I am an analytical who expresses through change, adaptation, going with the flow, being versatile and flexible energy, in a practical, grounded, sensual, embodied, productive, determined, but patient way. And I create change in service to or to better the world. So the second statement is more based on the houses and how things fall in your house. Let me give you another example. This one, the cardinal sign would be a Libra, and so the name would go up there, the date of birth. I put in here that this would be a sun Gemini, a rising Libra, a moon in Cancer, and this person's signature chart is a cardinal air, which means their signature sign is a Libra. So it says, I am balanced and expressed by initiating, beginning, birthing, starting, creating, activating, and that's very much the cardinal, all of these, initiating, beginning, birthing, starting, creating, activating, driving, and being a leader in energy in a thoughtful, intellectual, clever, intelligent, social, inventive, and rational way. I initiate, sustain, and create change in things to help others on a one-on-one basis. Okay, so that's an example. So what I have done is when I put them on a paper, I do it according to the season. So whether they're spring, summer, fall, or winter. And so then I have painted up some borders. So this, of course, would be your winter border. And I'm going to do more than one. I try to put in, like, the name and the signature sign. I try to get people's favorite colors as well, so that I try and choose colors for each individual that matches their color. And this is the one that I just had the sample on. Okay, so that would be more of a, I think this was a spring one. Maybe a fall. So, anyway, that's what I have for information about your chart signatures. I love doing these, as I said. And if you know anybody, these make great gifts, birthday gifts, or any other kind of gift. And I put them on parchment paper so that they can be framed. And if you have any questions, leave me a comment and I can answer your questions. Otherwise, you can email me if you're interested, or you have other questions, you can email me. I think that's all I have to tell you on it. And share with anyone that you feel may benefit from the information. Like, share, and subscribe for me on the channel if you would. And have a wonderful rest of your evening, day, whatever it is for you. Sending you lots of love and many blessings.